Welcome everybody. My name is Shane Heston. I'm the athletic director here at Memphis Junior Senior High School. We have our next Swarm Report. Thanks for meeting today, Jim Bell.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So we're excited. Obviously, a great first season with you, the head of our girls varsity basketball program. If it's okay with you, we'll get right rolling.
That sounds good.
All right. So, what is your coaching background, and how will it help you build our girls basketball program here at Memphis Junior Senior High School?
I've been coaching youth sports for about the last 20 years, either baseball or basketball. I went into the high school scene 6 years ago, coaching junior varsity at Ingerby High School, with assisting on varsity for those 6 years, and just learning the system, learning different fundamentals, learning schemes, learning plays, defensive strategies, stuff like that. I thought would be very beneficial coming from a bigger school to a smaller school.
And it's obviously a great experience that you had at Anchor Bay to be able to bring to here with all of our girls as you build the program. What was your biggest takeaway from this last season and why?
Definitely just coaching the girls. They brought a great atmosphere every single day. They were energetic. They were willing to learn new concepts. Having a new coach coming in, all the new concepts they had to learn, strategies, defensive plays, offensive plays, stuff like that. They were willing to do that and willing to take steps to better themselves and better the program.
Do you think there's a little bit of a learning curve early on, the new strategy and transition?
There was definitely a learning curve. Some of the fundamental work we had to do, they were a little behind on, but they picked it up very well. We continue to do that throughout the season and all our practices to keep them on task.
And it clearly worked out really well, taking the team to the district final first year. So
yeah, that was exciting.
We're all excited about the future of the program. Speaking of that, what are you most proud of about this season, and what do we need to work on going into next season?
Definitely getting to the district finals in our first year. We started the season a little rough. It took the girls a little while to understand what we really wanted to do, but they really focused defensively. They focused on our offensive game plans. And throughout the season, they just kept getting better and better, trusting themselves, trusting me, and trusting each other. And winning that district game in K-Pac on the last second shot was the best moment of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely something they'll remember for the rest of their lives. What do you think we need to work on most going into next year?
With the girls, just continue with the fundamentals. We have to get girls in the program. We have to build the program, get more girls playing. But definitely continue working on the fundamentals, conditioning, getting in the weight room, getting summer programs going, getting games in, so they get more time on the court, which will obviously help them when the season comes around in November, December.
Yeah, and it'll definitely help them out as they move into the next year and phase in the program.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked a lot about the summer, so are you setting up games, different leagues for them?
I would like to. I'm trying to set up stuff in June. June is the month that you get in as many games as you could possibly get in. So we're trying to do that. We're looking at schedules between travel softball, travel volleyball. Getting in basketball games is kind of hard sometimes, especially with a smaller group of girls to choose from. So trying to find that weekend that we can fit stuff in is difficult, but we're going to try to get in as many games as we can, and if not, we're going to get the girls in the gym in that month and continue to work conditioning, weight room, fundamental work, just to get them ready. So when November comes and December comes, they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, it's definitely great to hear. It's tough at a small school like us where you have multiple student athletes playing multiple different sports, but obviously trying to balance and still get in the gym is a priority moving forward.
Exactly.
What are your expectations for next year going into the future after obviously this great run in year one?
Next year is to continue getting better. It's hard to come in and you can say I got a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year scheme and process, but in the second year we just want to continue the run we had in the second half of the season. We started winning games, and the ones we didn't win we were more competitive in. So just to continue to build on that, get more girls in the program, get into the school more, get to meet some of the underclassmen, get them involved, so hopefully we can build and get a JV program in here as well, which will definitely help as a whole.
That would be ideal. Obviously, having the new uniforms for next season,
Yeah.
including JV numbers in the future, is exciting, but obviously something we need to work towards.
Right. So just getting the girls excited about playing.
How do you plan to continue making your mark on the program and going into the future here at Memphis Junior Senior High School?
Just continue to be involved with the school, be involved with the community, be involved with staff, with the families, with the girls especially. Once the season's over, it's just not a one-season sport anymore. It's a year-round. Sports in high school are now year-round. So if you're just showing up for the basketball season and leaving and not coming back, then you're not going to build anything. So continue the relationships with the girls, build relationships with hopefully the new girls coming up. We can do that, trying to get the community involved, get sponsorships, get some fundraisers going, and hopefully get a youth program going over the summer, get a couple weekends where we can get some camps, get the girls, the younger generation ready to come up as well, get them excited about it.
It is definitely exciting. I love the year-round approach that you want to build here. In the past, it hasn't always been like that. So
Yeah.
it'll be exciting for the girls to know that basketball season kind of never stops.
Right, right.
What does our community need to know about you as the leader of our girls basketball program?
I'm committed. I've been married 25 years. I've been working the same job for 30 years. I'm here studying film, getting prep work in. I'm committed to the girls. I'm committed to the program. I don't plan on going anywhere. I like the small town community. Everybody here has been great. The parents, the community, the other members that I've met, the staff, everybody has been very welcoming. So just to do that, be a part of this, and hopefully give this community something to be proud of on the court and off the court. You know, the girls were great this year. They all were above 3.0 student athletes, so they're not only doing it on the court, but they're also doing it in the classroom, which is what I really strive for, because it's not, this is 4 short years of their life. So if they can learn something besides basketball that will lead them into the future, that's even more important.
Yeah, and that's exciting to hear. Obviously, the emphasis of student athlete,
Exactly.
student first, is really important here at Memphis Junior Senior High School,
Right.
athletic department. What do you want to tell our community about what you hope to instill in our girls basketball program?
Discipline, hard work, accountability, commitment, things that you see throughout the Memphis community. It's a hard-working community, so we're gonna show that on the court. They're gonna be in shape. They're gonna work hard. They're not gonna give up. So those are the kind of traits that we want this program to be based on.
And all those traits kind of overlap. One of the teams within our GTC division that I know you tried to model your coaching style after, so
Right, yeah.
they've been pretty successful, so it's definitely a good program to
Yeah,
compete with.
Sandusky is somebody that, you know, we strive and we're hoping to compete with year in and year out, not just watch them do their thing anymore. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's what the girls want to hear.
Right.
What kind of offense and defense did you run this season? And do you plan on tweaking the offense or defense going into year 2?
We ran multiple different offenses. We started like in a dribble drive motion offense. The girls were having a hard time with that, so we tweaked it a little bit. We started doing a more motion read and react offense. And as our confidence grew, we kind of ran both in the end of the year. We also did some different sets and stuff like that to take advantage of what we've seen on film that could possibly give us an advantage. Defensively, we like playing man-to-man. Again, though, it depends on the team you play. We had to play zone at times and mix it in and out. We pressed a lot more than the girls were ever used to before. Did some trapping schemes and stuff like that. It all depends on the players. I like to play different styles of offenses and defenses dictated around the players that we have that can do that. And also depends on the team we're playing. So we may scheme a different thing for a certain team if we see an advantage.
That's great to hear, and that's based on all the scouting work and time you spend looking at other teams. And their
Exactly.
strengths.
Yeah, we do scouting as a team. We go into a classroom. The girls all have binders. They get the scouting report. They take notes, and we interact with each other and feed information back and forth.
That's great to hear. Obviously, it's more like the college-type program where you're
Right.
making sure the girls have the game plan before you even step on court for practice.
Exactly. We want them to learn the game of basketball, not just the X's and O's, but we want them to learn and be able to study film and look at things that they can take advantage of on the court.
Obviously, you guys did a great job with that, having a lot of success in year 1. You already touched on it a little bit, but is there anything else you want to go into about the yearly schedule for the girls basketball program?
It's still a work in progress. I would like to, once the spring seasons get going, obviously within the MHSAA guidelines of 4-person workouts and when you can do team workouts and all that stuff, to continue to get the girls in the gym, the ones that can make it. I understand they're all doing multiple sports, but if they can get in and get the shots up and get the dribbling in and get the footwork and conditioning and the weight room in, that's gonna be huge for the next season.
Yeah, the girls' basketball program hasn't had a ton of yearly stuff like that, so I know they're excited to get into that moving forward. What made you want to take the job at Memphis Junior Senior High School as the head of our girls' varsity basketball program?
Well, I mentioned this at a banquet a little bit ago, and after leaving Anchor Bay in March of 23, I kind of did a little 6-7 month retirement. Wasn't sure I was going to get back into it. But then as the season got closer and I'm talking to other coaches that I know and they're prepping and they're doing all this, I just had to get back into it. So started checking online and stuff, and I saw the Memphis was posted, and I called up and they said, absolutely, it's still available, and called and just talking to other coaches, talking to people I know from the area, saying it's a great place to work, it's a great place to be. Interviewing with you and the principal at the time, the interview just went smooth, it was comfortable, so it just felt like the place to be.
Yeah, we really pride ourselves on having a family atmosphere here, whether it be academics or athletics.
Right.
Obviously, you're a great fit coming into the athletic department. You touched on this a little bit, but would you like to go any more in depth about your plans to revamp our youth basketball program for girls specifically?
Just getting them in the gym, letting them know that it's an open door policy, and I've told the JV coaches or the junior high coaches, and we're hopefully going to have some meetings over the summer with that any varsity practice is an open door policy for any junior high or girls that are interested in the program. Parents of the junior high kids can stay. Parents of high school players, I would rather them drop off so they can just sit and watch, but it's an open door policy to get people involved, to see how we do things. A lot of the girls going from, traditionally the last few years, going from 8th grade directly to varsity have been scared off a little bit, not wanting to play against 18 and 17-year-olds right out of the gate. So this way they get a little bit more familiar with it and hopefully get that confidence and understand that you can learn to dribble, you can learn to shoot, we'll have time to do that, and we can get you on the team, we can get you in the program.
That's great to hear that you're going to try to make the girls more comfortable as they come to practices and see what you guys are all about. So
right.
That way it's not a big step going from 8th grade basketball to playing varsity basketball.
Exactly.
What is the one thing that best describes your girls basketball program after year one?
I would say tenacity would be a good word for it. They never gave up, even when we're down in a game, playing a team that has more ability or more structure, or they were just, the program has been established for a while. They would never give up. They always held their heads up, they always fought hard. So tenacity with these girls was unbelievable.
Yeah, you could definitely see that from watching the growth from the beginning of the season all the way to the end. This was a really gritty group, and
yes, it was.
Yeah. Perfect group to lay the foundation for your program going
right.
forward. Where do you see our girls basketball program in 3 years?
In 3 years' time, I hope to be competing for league titles year in and year out. This program has the ability, the girls have the ability. I've been telling them all season long that they just need to trust themselves a little bit more, take the shots when they're there. Sometimes they're a little too unselfish, but there's a skill set there that they should be able to compete with anybody in this league, and it'll just take some time on the court for them to get that going. You can't replace time on the court. You can't study enough, you can't watch TV enough, but you have to get on the court, you have to just play the game.
Yeah, obviously doing the summer stuff will definitely help build that sweat equity, as they say in basketball terms,
exactly.
which the successful programs have. What kind of home court advantage are you looking to build moving forward for our girls basketball program?
I would love to be able to pull out both sides of the bleachers. We had the part of the pep band here the one time that was great. The girls loved the atmosphere. Having some theme nights, either a whiteout, Hawaiian night, all those different theme nights that schools put on to, build the program up, to make it something to do on a Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday nights. And they'll say, well, let's go watch a game, and see what's going on, make it a fun atmosphere, and, having a good product on the court, people will come and see the good product. Oh, let's go see it. Hey, they just won some games, and we're hearing good things, and people will come to that.
Yeah, obviously, after year one, I think we're going to build some momentum with that and get people out to the games.
Yeah, we hope so.
How do you plan to positively impact our athletic department as a whole moving forward?
Just a lot of things we already touched on, just being committed to the program, being committed to the girls, showing that I'm available to them, just keeping your face in the school and in the community even after the season. So they know that you're in it for them. You're not just in it for the season, you're in it for the whole, going to their softball games, going to their soccer games or track meets and stuff like that, even in the off season, to show that, yeah, you're still interested in them. It wasn't just a 5-6 month deal, that you're still their coach, whether they're here or not. So
yeah, it's great to hear that you want to continue building that relationship even in other sports seasons and other
Right.
parts of the year. So you touched on this a little bit earlier, but what's your full plan to get us back to competing for these league championships you spoke of that Sandusky is going in and out for?
just time on the court. Time on the court. Playing in the summer is essential to build programs. Like we mentioned, Sandusky, they'll get in 20 to 30 games in June as a team. So, but they've been doing it for a long time. So getting these girls in June now with the lower numbers we have is really hard. But there's always ways that you can call other schools and get, hey, do you have this weekend available? We can get 2 or 3 schools together with low numbers as well, and you can still get some games in and get these girls on the court playing together. They get that continuity. They learn each other's games a little bit more, knowing where, I know she's cutting this way if they do this, or I know if I pass it to her in this spot, she'll be there. And they get to trust each other and learn each other's games a little bit better.
Yeah, I think having that confidence, know where the other girl or their teammate's going to be, so they're going to make that extra pass, or knowing they need to take the shot when they're open.
Right.
So, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about yourself or anything you're looking to build within the girls' basketball program here?
Just know that, like I said before, I'm committed to the program. I want it to get better. I want them to feel like they're part of a real, true varsity program. I want them to have access to things that a varsity program needs to have. I want them to be able to get in the gym. I want them to be able to get in the weight room and do the conditioning and the fundamental skill work that we're going to provide for them. And just know that the coaching staff as well as the athletic department's here for them anytime they need it.
That's great to hear. And I've already seen some girls come in outside of basketball season or after school just to talk and continue building that relationship, which obviously is
Right.
positive going into the next year. So that's all we have for today. Thank you everyone for joining us for our next version of the Swarm Report.